Hello, happy Tuesday. Welcome to International Successful Entrepreneurs Group. And today is our regular Facebook Live every Tuesday. And I'm so happy to see you guys again. It is been a while since I was online, and Eunice has been helping you guys every Tuesday. And if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay, let me know you're here. And if you're watching this live, say hi. And you can also go to www.streamyard.com/Facebook and comment so that I know who's commenting here. So today's topic that we want to cover is investor versus consumer mindset. You'll be wondering, what am I talking about? What's this investor mindset and consumer mindset? I'm just going to give you some examples and then help you to reposition yourself in terms of your mindset if you are in whichever in the consumer mindset. Okay, typically let's just go in straight for the topic because I really want to give you lots of value every Tuesday here. An investor mindset is someone who actually don't just go and invest blindly. They actually do their homework. They plan. There is no attachments to emotions when they do like investing. So investor mindset is someone who really knows their math about things. They know what is the final goals that they're going for. A consumer mindset person is someone who just go and consume the knowledge, the information, and they talk about emotions. So in the aspect of property investment, for example, an investor, someone with investor mindset will do their homework, they'll understand the market, they will do mathematical calculation, they will study the profile, demographics, the planning of the surrounding before they invest in the property. Whereas for consumer mindset person would probably follow her instinct, the hearsay, and follow the people around them in order to go towards a certain investing of properties or even stocks. So they are usually a herd instinct. They follow the group. When people say this is good, they just go for it. There is no mathematical kind of basis to what they do. So these are the people who follow blindly. Hopefully they is the pray and gain kind of category of people, the consumer mindset people. Whereas the investor mindset, they truly know what they want. Besides, excuse me, follow the investor mindset on say this kind of scenario. What else? Someone with the investor mindset person looks at things on a longer term basis. They don't look at short term. They are looking at the eventual outcome of what they invest in anything that they do. It's not just purely in property, stocks, whatsoever. It's also in the learning in personal development. So, for example, in my own journey, right, for more than 15 years, I've been in a personal development journey. And I always hold the view that I must wear the hat of an investor instead of a consumer. So, for example, when you invest in programs, trainers, mentor, coaches, you have a planned idea of eventually what is the outcome you want to achieve in this journey. Maybe you just want to become a better person. Maybe you want spiritual growth. Maybe you want to learn in digital marketing. Maybe you want to do coaching, whatsoever, what kind of directions. Or maybe you just want to work on improving your business process. You would have to have a final goal in mind, your eventual 10, 20 years kind of direction first to have that kind of investor mindset. Because we're not talking about short-term gains, but we're talking about long-term ROI, return on investment. That's when you decide, okay, what kind of resources do you invest in to make yourself in that space? So for about 15 years, I started my personal development journey to know where I want to go because I have always been in the real estate industry. I studied real estate in university, became a appraiser, licensed appraiser, and then I went on to do investment sales. However, there was something else I wanted to do for myself because I was feeling unfulfilled. I wanted to impact the world. And it wasn't just about money. I want to help people. So I started to learn to be a better self. I started personal development journey, investing in myself, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in different coaches, consultants, programs, software, name it. I've gone there. Yeah, because I wanted to be a better version of myself, to be ahead of the market. Because I look at the world differently 10, 15 years ago, thinking that I wanted to be ahead of the market. I want to be relevant in the market 10 years down the road. Hi, good evening. Yeah, this distinction is a golden nugget to me. Awesome. Facebook user. Let me know who you are. Yeah. So because I knew that whatever I'm investing in me is going to make a difference in 10, 20 years time, I'm going to invest in me. Then I started this journey of learning about speaking, learning about creating programs, learning about digital marketing. And many of you who have known, if you know me personally, you know that I'm not someone hands-on on technology. That was something I couldn't do it. Today, I can proudly say I can design a Facebook banner. I can come up with a landing page. I can do a customer relation CRM kind of a process digitally. That's because of my journey of wanting to be ahead, because about 10 years ago, I started to see that the market will move into a digital world. And of course, COVID quickened the pace for us in terms of learning curve. However, I was already in that journey to learn to be a different person from the normal person working 9 to 5, investing in properties. I want to do beyond that. I want to take my knowledge and expertise to impact the world. So I started investing myself to get to where I am. So having the investor mindset is not just purely in actual investing of wealth for your properties or your stocks. It is also about investing in you, investing in your mindset to be a different version of you, to be a better version of you, to be ahead of the market, so that you can reposition your business, reposition your process, reposition even your career, so that you're ahead of times. And that is truly important to me. So, I mean, from a very simple perspective, recently, just a sharing of the story. Someone asked me, "You seem to be reverse aging in a reverse aging process," and the only difference I told her was the biggest difference between me and many of my peers out there is that I start to take care of myself at a young age, because I know I have this body and I need to look after this temple of mine in order to be healthy and beautiful, because it's about self-esteem, it's about self-confidence. So if you are a wellness coach, you have a moral obligation to help the people around you to stay fit by sharing what you have done for yourself. So personally, I'm not in the wellness zone directly. I'm just looking after myself. But I hold the perspective of investing in me in terms of looking after my health, doing detox, eating well, and then so that I have a longer mileage to serve the people I want to serve in my industry. So that investor mindset set everything right. It is not just about investing in programs and services. It's of stocks and shares of properties. It's having that mindset ingrained in you that you're constantly in the zone of learning, unlearn, and relearn, so that you can be ready for whatever comes. So you must hold mindset person really must hold a long-term view, so that you can have higher ROI, return on investment. Otherwise, you're just living day by day as a consumer. So typically when someone buys something, right? What is your mental frame? Let us just test it on you. If you are watching this live or replay, I want you to be truthful with yourself. Ask yourself this question and put in the comments below and let me know where you are. So for example, if you spend okay, let's just say a very normal thing. Let's say you just buy a pair of shoes. Okay, men or women, you all buy shoes, right? So it's a common one. When you buy a pair of shoes, do you go for quality or do you go for cost, low cost? Okay, of course, within your own means, maybe within your means, the higher cost is not so expensive or whatsoever, luxury products within your own space. Do you look at the cost or do you look at the quality? Okay, why do I ask that? because it's going to make a difference on how you look at your life as well. For someone who look at cost per se, you want to buy the cheapest item on the shelf, regardless of how it looks. Maybe it's so, but compared with a nicer product, you go on cost basis, you're likely just a consumer mindset because you're looking at, when I spend this money, this is going to be the return, this is going to be the product. You're not holding an investor mindset beyond the product itself. So when I spend on a product, I don't look at I'm spending on the product. I look at the investment value of that product. If I'm investing in a pair of shoes, depending on what I do in my job, is it going to give me more comfort because I'm paying more dollar value on it? It's going to give me more comfort. Is it going to give me more status for the job that I do? Yeah, the intrinsic value, exactly. And how is it going to reflect on me in terms of my outlook? Because maybe I'm a salesperson. If I'm a salesperson, is impression important? You put in the chat below. If I'm a salesperson, is impression going to be quite important? How people look at you? Say yes if you agree with me. So if you are someone who is in the sales, maybe you want to work on the impression. So you have to invest in a nicer looking pair of shoes with a higher value. Okay, I didn't say price, higher value, so that you can actually place yourself with a higher affluent customer. So the same thing about positioning and pricing yourself in business. If you are putting yourself out there to attract the affluent, higher affluent people out there in the market, are you investing in you to be a better version so that you can attract the high affluent customer at the end of the day? It is really not about price, it's about value. Okay, it's about value, price versus value. So someone with the consumer mindset will say, okay, I'll just buy the cheapest in town because anyway, it serves me that way. And I just maybe like Eunice said, quality, comfort. Yes, some people just look at comfort. For her is it must be of good quality to give the comfort. For some is you need the quality, comfort, and the looks so that you can position yourself to be a level. So that's the reality of things. I just want to share this because this is so important that people do not realize, and they just go on and say, I spend the money and then it's very painful. But sometimes investing in the right position for yourself actually puts you in a better space in order to get the result that you want. So many years ago, I was serving clients of high affluent level, and guess what? I go into their beautiful house, and in order to pitch a job, sometimes they look at me. Some of them, they look at me from head to toes, literally. And when I take out my shoes and I step into their house, they look at what do I wear. Maybe it doesn't matter whether you buy luxury products. At least it must look decent, right? Good quality, not broken, kind of thing, because they are evaluating you for who you are. So that helps me in my pitching. So because I hold investor mindset, I will invest in me. I will invest in keeping my hair do well, looking, neat and tidy, having quality stuff on myself within my means at different stage of my life. Of course, in the growing up years, you don't have that kind of luxury, right, to buy expensive stuff and things like that. It's just within my means. I look decent and very presentable because I hold the investor mindset, how people look at me. So when I invest in, for example, clothing, I don't buy 10 pieces and then have a lot to change, but I would rather invest in maybe 3 to 4 pieces to look good in them. Yeah, because I stretch the money value into good quality. So having that investor mindset does actually helps a lot in your job, in your business, and for how people to see to have an impression of you. So when we relate back to property or stocks, it's the same thing. You want to invest in good quality properties and stocks that has a mileage for yourself in to give you the kind of returns on a long-term basis, and not go into a get rich fast program. Some of the people in the world actually they they target this get rich fast program. They get attracted and they invest, and then ultimately they realize that they don't get the kind of return. It's because but they are governed by these chances is they're governed by consumer, because the trend is this. So everyone is going into this. So I will go into crypto, Bitcoin, because everyone is going in there and it's good money and things like that. However, perhaps as someone who's has an investor mindset, I'll look at what are the other opportunities. I'll balance the risk versus the gains as well. Maybe in a short-term gains, it will give me certain gains, but on a long-term basis, would it give me that kind of gains on a long-term kind of structure? So, which is also why my majority of my portfolio is actually in property versus stocks and shares and other alternative, because I look at long-term value for myself. So these are the major things that people want to look at when you actually look at consumer versus investor mindset. So let us really look at okay. So one of the tricks I teach people, right, in manifesting, I'm stretching it a little bit more into manifestation because I want to give value to you guys. One of the special tricks that I teach, I wouldn't even say tricks, that I do is when I invest my money, yeah, I have the mindset of I'm putting an investment in whatever I buy, or literally it's actually whatever I buy. I will have this mindset that, hey, I would have an ROI in the products or services that I pay for and I buy. And I have this mindset that whatever I put out will come back to me in multiple folds. That's the investing kind of nature I have, a manifestation nature as well. So one of the things I teach in manifestation is I will say that, oh, hi buddies, go out there and grab more buddies back for me. My buddy means the money I invest in. The money I spent to invest in something, I will just, when I swipe the credit card, I will say, buddy, go out there, get more buddies and return. It's because I already hold the mindset that it is an investment, even if it's a piece of clothing, is a gift that I send to someone. I look from the intrinsic value of the gift. Maybe this gift is not a direct return that I'm looking at. Like, for example, some people go with the intention of, I give you something, I want something in return. Don't go with the intention because it doesn't show out well on you. However, go from a true heart of wanting to give someone a gift because you value a friendship, you value a client, you value the relationship, because you never know what this will bring back to you. The referrals that they can give you, the business opportunities they can give you, or the support they can give you, or the love that they can give you. It comes in multiple folds. It's about investing in whatever comes to you, even in friendship, relationship, in love, in family relations, in time. It's about investing. So don't start, some people like to complain, oh, I spend a lot of time doing this, and it's not getting me this return. Switch that immediately. Learn to look from it from a perspective of investor. So I'm investing my time and efforts to grow something. Maybe it's just a relationship, maybe it's just a opportunity, or no, it's just being there. Stop having this kind of like very material kind of goals that you're searching for. Sometimes when you let go of these material goals and you just focus on investing on a long-term basis, you will be surprised the kind of returns that comes back to you, the clients that returns to you year after year, or the referrals that come back to you year after year. So let's work on investor mindset. So just be very open with yourself, whether which category do you fall under. Are you an investor person, or are you a consumer person? Are you looking to follow the herd, or are you going to create a very unique you and position yourself for giving value to others? So investor mindset person also doesn't just take everything or give everything. So it's a fine balance between gains and returns. And because you're someone who's looking at as an investor, you're investing your time and efforts. Like I'm doing this Facebook Live every week in this group, if not getting someone else to hop in by giving value in this group, because we have this investor mindset about giving value to this community, to support this community out there in whatever we have in our knowledge and expertise, so that it can get someone out of their situations and help someone else out in their business. Yeah, and give direction. So for anyone of you who loves to hop in and find out how to work with our team, you need a breakthrough, I'm happy to offer my time to support you in achieving your goals for this new year and helping you with a breakthrough in your business, your processes. I have a breakthrough call that you can hop in with me, stellarho.com/. I've not done this for a while, and I love to give time to anyone in this group for a breakthrough session. There is no sales. I promise you, no sales. It's your time with me, about 2 hours, so that we can work on your life, your business, or your investor mindset. So I hope to give you value in every time you hop into this group. So I'll see you on Tuesdays. We will have a very interesting 2023, and we'll be opening many opportunities for all of you in this group going forward. So look out in this group to see what the opportunities that will be opening up to all of you here, so that this can become a more interactive group of support and love. And let's all have the investor mindset, invest our time and work on ourselves, give value, and look at the long term instead of the short term returns. Bye for now.